All right, it's early October here in Lakeside, and we are so lucky. It's a beautiful few days we have for our planting. I've got 3 beds already done, and I'm going to be showing you on this 4th bed how we plant and prepare everything for the winter. Garlic needs to be in the soil so that it has a good 6, 7, 8 weeks to set down roots before you get really cold weather. And so in western Montana, that means by the first week of October you have to have your garlic in. Last week we tilled and treated our soil. We bring in 6 cubic yards of compost that we buy from a local dairy farmer, Kalispell Creamery. They have great shit over there. And we spread it out, and then he comes along and he tills it for us. So we end up with 8 inches deep of very loamy, compost-rich soil. We treat our soil with compost every year, even though you probably don't have to. We just want to make sure that our soil is really taken care of. Now we are ready to plant, and my sweetie Jane made this fabulous hole maker for us. And it's just the cleverest little thing. You see the 4 pegs here. They're exactly 9 inches apart, so that when we put it down into the soil, we can make 4 holes at a time, 2 rows of 2 holes each, and just move it along the whole bed and get exactly the spacing that we need. So now, let me show you how you put this together. This is just a couple of pieces of metal made into a T. So it just screws right into this plate. So this is how it works. First, you just make sure the pegs are all going in the right direction, you see. And then we just lift it up. Whoops. Make sure that it's square. There we go. And then you just shove it into the dirt. Now, I push down on it so I make a little impression at the front end of it. When I lift it up, then I can put the back end right where the front end was, and I get my perfect mark. You see, now you have 4 holes. We have very high-tech equipment here at Caroline Point Farm. We carry our garlic cloves around in a paper bag. And just last night, we opened up our bulbs to separate the cloves. So you don't want to do that too early. You want to keep those really fresh. And the way I do this is I come along and I just take a handful and throw them down in the middle every few steps so that I don't have to worry about picking them up and getting them and standing up too much. And then I'm ready to go for this little section. All right, so now we're just going to plant. We've got our 4 holes. Well, we've got our holes all the way down the bed. And so I just take one hand and I dig in there a little bit, take the clove of garlic and stick it in. Now, the important thing is to keep it so that the bottom of the garlic is about 3 inches down under the soil, and then I just cover it up. If you put it much deeper than 3 inches, it's really hard to harvest, and if you put it much less than 3 inches, the bulbs start coming out and they get a little dry. So after we plant the garlic, we make sure the soil's nice and moist, and then we cover it with 4 to 6 inches of mulch. We use straw. It's so simple. Just grab straw and you just spread it out. It could not be simpler than that. And we make sure that it's pretty thick because it's got to get through a tough Montana winter. When we're all finished, this is what it looks like. Our 4 garlic beds, 80 feet long each, 4 rows of garlic in each bed, ready for the winter. I'm always so amazed when spring comes along and the garlic sprouts. I don't know why, but it always seems like a miracle to me. And these shoots become full-fledged garlic plants, which we then harvest in the middle of July. Our 2017 harvest is now available for sale on our website, carolinepointfarm.com.